United States dismissed what President Macron said. The U.S. ambassador mocked it. Do you believe that your plans can succeed without U.S. support?
Again, our efforts are very complementary. We share the short-term objective, ceasefire, liberation of all hostages of Hamas, and the long-term objective, peace and stability in the region. But in the meantime, until the U.S. administration provides, through the Abraham Accord logics, a political horizon for this crisis, we need to act in order to facilitate or create an off-ramp for the catastrophe ongoing in Gaza. In other terms, we will welcome and support future Abraham Accords, but in the meantime, inaction is not an option.
I want to ask you briefly about an incident that has gained a lot of attention this past week involving some young French citizens who were removed from a flight from Spain. The airline claims they were kicked off for being disruptive. The Israeli government came out, though, and said the French students were removed because they're Jewish. Have you determined whether this was indeed an act of anti-Semitism?
I have called the CEO of this company, who has to express our serious preoccupation. She has confirmed that an internal investigation is ongoing. My team has been reaching out to the ambassador of Spain in France, and we've made the same request. We'll keep following this situation as it unravels.
So too early to say, despite what the Israeli government is indicating?
I cannot comment on that at this point.
France has been very active diplomatically on a number of fronts. It was just 5 weeks ago when the United States and Israel bombed Iran. Since that time, France has talked to the Iranian government, along with other European powers, about what remains of Iran's nuclear program. How concerned are you that after these bombings, Iran may now covertly attempt to make a weapon and the world won't know?
This is still a risk that we are facing. And alongside Germany and the UK, we have been very clear. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And we've been, over the past few months, reaching out to the Iranian authority in close coordination with US authorities in order to express what our expectations are. 10 years ago, we reached a deal on the nuclear program that allowed for a significant rollback of Iranian nuclear capacity. Of course, things have changed till then, and since then, Iran has violated all commitments it had taken at the time of signing this agreement. We now want a more comprehensive agreement that would encompass both the nuclear dimension of Iranian destabilization activities, but also the ballistic component, as well as the regional destabilization activities that Iran has been conducting. Unless a new and robust and durable and verifiable agreement is reached by the end of the summer, France, Germany, and the UK will have no other choice but to reapply the global embargoes that were lifted 10 years ago when the nuclear agreement with Iran was signed, embargoes on weapons, on nuclear equipment, and on banking.
So France is ready to snap back sanctions on Iran as soon as August. Are you asking Iran to speak directly to the United States in order to avoid that fate?
Oh, we've been speaking with Special Envoy Witkoff, Secretary Rubio, on a weekly basis on this topic that is highly important for the US as for Europeans. We have supported US-led efforts to enter into discussions with Iran. We have pressed Iran after the 12-day war to go back to a discussion with the US, and we'll keep pressing them to do so, because indeed, if there is no solid agreement that can be found by the end of August, we will have no other option but to snap back, meaning to reapply those global embargoes, and we are ready to do that.
Minister Barrot, thank you very much for your time this morning.